They want to punish someone and they don't want to kick him out of the service. It's North Korea.
They send it to North Korea?
Yeah, that was the jail. I believe history tells us that the regime like North Korea cannot survive.
Yes.
They are criminals, 100% criminals.
Hello, I'm Jae Park from Radio Free Asia. December 8th of this year, Syrian dictatorship has fallen. So we will deal with the North Korean and Syrian relationship since Syrian is one of the closest allies North Korea. So today we invite Bassam Barabandi, who is a co-founder of People Demand Change and Syrian diplomat who serve in key roles in posting Beijing, UN, and Washington, D.C. So thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
So what is the current situation of Syria and how do you expect what will happen?
So Assad regime, just quick background. Assad regime father, Hafez Assad, was very close to the founder of North Korea. And the only first visit that Hafez Assad did to overseas was to North Korea. And from North Korea, he adopted the personal ownership or ownership. So he came to Syria with so many ideas that was in North Korea. Like the kids should always talk about the leader.
Emphasize
that the leader is almost God, and so on and so forth. He built that system copying North Korea. As you know, that we have so many hidden jails, prison in Syria, that any person think that Assad is not looking good is enough to disappear for no reason, literally for no reason. The food price is high. You disappear. And when I'm talking disappear...
Very similar to North Korea.
What I'm saying, I mean, the same copy. So when I say disappear, it literally disappear.
What happens if you're like dissent or whatever you disagree?
If you say anything against Kim Jong-un, then you could be the immediate subject of persecution or even public, the shootings.
Today, we have a new chapter. We are in New Syria. The Assad just left 4 days ago. The challenge is big. The group who came is not. It has controversial issues.
Yes.
Yet, I hope that they will understand the situation in Syria, the society, and steer the things toward good place.
I saw your post in Twitter, and you post a picture of a North Korean scientist and also one of the Syrian government official.
Right.
And you mentioned that Syria got help nuclear technology development by Iran and North Korea.
Very true.
What was the North Korean-Syrian relations as a former diplomat? Could you explain more on that and also the nuclear facility development on that?
So just to start, from 1979 till 2011, God knows how many sanctions from the United States, more than 20 different laws and sanctioning, just because they are dealing with North Korea. What shows you how deep the relation between the two systems, two regimes, is how many sanctions on Syria because they coordinating or cooperating with North Korea on the missiles, on the chemical things, on nuclear things. And there's another group of bills or laws that put Syria, Iran, and North Korea sanctions. So we have literally most of the sanctions on Syria related to North Korea or Iran in weapon of mass destructions and supporting tourism in general. Number two, the Syrian diplomacy in a way is similar to North Korea diplomacy in a way. In a way, we are different because we are more open society.
Yes.
North Korea is very much closed. I'll tell you about North Korea. So when I was in China, there was big embassy for North Korea.
Yes.
And there were, I think, hundreds of students in North Korea. They were in jail. The students were in jail. They were not
in China or in North Korea?
The way they live.
Oh, okay.
The student, North Korean student in China, in Beijing, that I saw.
They're watching each other.
Not only this. So all the students, they were sitting in the same compound. The compound was closed. They move by all together. And they come back by all together. And they will go long distance. They get the buses. They go all in one. So no one allowed to be by himself. And all this group, when they move by support or by super advice from the embassy.
Yes.
I know it because I know it in Syria. We have the same style, but more diluted.
Yeah.
In your style, North Korea style, was very strict and very clear. So even the student over there, even the diplomat over there, they scared to talk with outside diplomats.
Even in Syria?
Even in Syria. They say, hello, how are you? And they leave.
Oh.
Because they don't know who's watching them.
So have you met North Korean diplomat? But
I mean, we met in the reception in China. They are there, but they always alone. They always scared. They always looking around.
Okay.
If somebody approached them, they try to look. I need another two to sit with me,
Okay.
so we can talk. If someone alone, he run away.
We can say there's no diplomatic channel, but the military channel obviously.
No, yeah, 100%. There's, I mean, as even in New York, they have small mission, but they don't communicate with anyone. Military-wise, I can tell you a story on Syria, which is very, very dangerous story. In 2017, Israeli bombed a nuclear reactor in Syria.
Yes.
That reactor was very amazing for many reasons. Number one, it was a copy of one of North Korean reactors,
Reactors, yeah.
but smaller. Number two, the reactor has no Syrian workers.
All of the North Korea?
All people North Korea.
Do you know how many people were
God
there?
knows. Because till today, after 11 years, from 2011 till today, at least maybe 500,000 people were defected from the regime. All aspects of the regime. Military, diplomat, technocrat, ministers, everybody, teachers, all sector. None of these people who defected say, I was a worker in that site. None. Zero. And nobody knows anything about it. It was all brought by North Korean workers.
So, but Syrian government was...
Syrian government, some people in Syrian government, few, they gave the land, they gave the facilities to bring things, materials, and that's it.
How do you know this information though?
Because as I told you that no one defected, none of the defectors said, I mean, when you are building such a building, you need hundreds and hundreds of workers. And technicians, number one. Number two, most of the workers and technicians, usually they come in the area nearby the site.
Yeah.
If you want to digging something basic, you don't get someone from
That's
outside,
true.
you get the neighbors.
Yeah.
And, you go on that level, then you see that they need raw materials for basic things, they get it from local market.
Yes.
That's it. Nothing.
Nothing.
It's
So
not
you don't see North Korea, but they're working in somewhere like behind the scene.
100%. So what happens sometimes to say some of the factors, they said, I was working in this site and we used to see them, but we never communicate with his low level. They say we used to see them. They have buses, they have houses, they have rotation.
That's very North Korean, yeah.
Yeah, but they don't talk with us, and we are not allowed even to talk, not allowed by Syrian security to be near them.
So this day, Syrian dictatorship has fallen, and rebel comes into the Damascus. And do you think it's going to be possible that if the new government comes in and they inspect the military facility or chemical weapon facility, we would find the evidence of the North Korean involvement?
100%.
Okay.
I see it happening. Because in Syria, we don't have technology. We don't have knowledge.
Okay.
We have lands we can offer. We can have building. We can offer buildings. But we don't have the technology. We don't have machines. And we don't know how.
Okay.
So who have these three? North Korea.
Not only North Korea, but Russia and Iran is also supporter for Assad government, right?
Yeah, they are one group, one gang group.
Yes. So, but how important is North Korea military play a role in Syrian military? There's Iran and Russian as well. So
I think mainly the North Korean interest in Syria was to test their own weapons, their own missiles.
Yeah.
So when they develop something with Russia or with Iran or with the Assad regime, they have military platform, live, to use it and know the damage.
Okay.
Live. How many people killed, how many damages, what the side
when they fight with the rebels.
Yeah. I mean, when you look about Syria, the destruction of Syria is 70% of the city of Syria is on the ground. The scale of damage is far beyond what is needed, except if you are trying something.
Okay.
Russian and Iranian and North Korea, they were trying, testing all the new technology they have in Syria.
But when you're in the Syrian foreign ministry, so what was the impression of the North Korean?
It's a disaster. If they want to punish someone, they send it to North Korea.
Okay, so in the people in foreign ministry,
if they want to punish someone, he did something really bad, and they don't want to kick him out of the service, it's North Korea.
They send it to North Korea?
Yeah, that was the jail. To say this punishment for 2 years. You will be in jail for 2 years.
So for them, it's also...
I'm seriously, whenever they want to send someone, punish someone, it's North Korea.
So they feel sad when they got deployed to North Korea?
Yeah. I tell you a funny story. So one time, friends, diplomat, he was I think one of the who served in North Korea.
Okay.
And then North Korea, when he finished, they sent him a gift. the status of the
Kim Jong-il, Kim Il-sung.
Yeah. And they say, this is your gift. And it is status something like 50, 60 kilograms. It's heavy.
Yes.
And he told me, guys, I cannot take it. I have limit weight. I appreciate it. I love you. I love him. But I cannot take with me to the back home. Say, don't worry. You will accept it? He say, I will accept it. He say, okay, we will send it to you to Damascus.
Okay.
They say yes. Then he told me that after 1 month, the embassy called him to say, your gift is here.
Okay.
And they brought it to his home.
Okay.
And they say, you should put it in a certain corner. You cannot put it there. They put it. And then he told me that every week they come and check on the status. They say every day.
So North Korean people came to
They say
check?
every week they come to my home, knock at the door to say, we want to check, is it clean? Is it still in the place? Then he say, I fed up from you guys. I will not come ever to North Korea.
Yeah.
If you will not take it, I will throw it in the garbage.
So you cannot throw it from North Korea?
Say, okay. And they take it out.
Okay. That's a really funny story.
Yeah.
So right now there's a new, probably rebel groups take over the Syrian and probably new government gonna come soon. Then do you think the relationship between Syria and North Korea will reset?
And we will follow them international laws. This is the new relation with North Korea. We will follow them in all international court cases. If we find a document we are talking about helping Syria to develop weapon of mass destructions, missiles, helicopters, anything was used to kill Syrian,
yes,
they are criminals. 100% criminals.
So it's gonna be not the same relationship with before.
They will be criminals. There's no way to accept them.
So what do you think the North Korea government or North Korea people would learn from this Syrian government? Syrian dictatorship has fallen.
Look, we in Syria, we for a long time we thought we are living a nightmare that will never end. I believe history tells us that the regime like North Korea cannot survive. History tells us, not us. If we talk about 1,000 years to today, we study all the models of government. Any kind model of this model, that too much suppression, poverty, dictatorship,
Yes.
Military spending, too much military spending. This balance, this equation,
Yes.
is an ingredient for collapse, 100%. So this regime will collapse. The main thing is for the people to hope, to work, not lose hope, fight for their hope, fight for their rights, to make that regime collapse from inside.
Yeah.
And they will get it. This regime cannot survive. And so if I have some more to North Korean friends, family, people,
Yes.
don't lose hope. You are stronger than the regime, much stronger than the regime. And the regime is fear from you, that's why he suppresses you. If the regime doesn't fear you, he will be more flexible. The more he suppresses you, the more the regime is fear from you. And history tells the regime will collapse. That's it.
I think that will resonate people in North Korea.
Inshallah.
Today we talk with Bassami Barabandi, who was the former Syrian diplomat. We talk about North Korea-Syrian relations and personal episode and a lot of things. So if you like the video like this, just please subscribe and like.
Okay, and that's a cut. All right.
Got it.